Valentine's Day is coming up very soon, and we wanted to go over a homebrew class that would help protect yourself and your heart. So we're going to be looking at the Heartwarder Paladin.
Welcome to the Home Brew Crew. I'm Tony, this is Sean, and today we're going to be going over the Heartwarder Paladin, and that one is found on DnDBeyond by Tricel03. Good, I said it right.
Or close enough.
Yeah.
But yes, so we're going to be looking at the best class. One of the subclasses of the Paladin. And we figured it's good timing, considering that we have Valentine's Day coming up, and what better way to kind of go over it with the Paladin that believes in the virtues of love, right?
And there are some great D&D Beyond ones out there, some great homebrew ones, by the way. Not just the Paladin, there is also the Love Domain Cleric, which was nice, and there's even the beloved Warlock.
Yeah, exactly.
But we chose the Heartwarder Paladin. And I'm very glad that we did, because this thing is completely underrated. I think it's a fantastic class, and we can't wait to go through it.
Oh, it's awesome. Just right from the beginning, the tenets for this Paladin are the tenets of love, and it nails it.
Yeah.
Obviously, so it believes in beauty, love, creation, and life. And they're important because when you play a Paladin, the tenets are your code. That is your life. And seeing that up there is very well appreciated.
For those who don't know, Sean has a thing for Paladins.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. So this is a second love for him.
Yeah, in a way. So.
But they do get 2 channel divinities, which are really, really cool as well, and those come at 3rd level. Do you want to go over those?
Yeah, so the first one that you get is Love Sense. So essentially for 1 hour, you can use an action to read the romantic details of a creature within 15 feet of you, and this includes their preferences, how long their last relationship was, gossip, and other kind of things related to that. But also importantly, during the hour, the creature in the radius can't gain advantage on charisma saving throws on saves to resist being charmed by you. So not only do you get insight on this person's love history, if you try to charm them, they have to. There's no way they can get advantage on that.
See, and I like that because it gives you an out of combat thing for channel divinity as well as in, which is kind of neat.
Yeah,
you don't see a lot of that going on. And if you take a look at the additional spells that they get for this, they get. Charm person, a lot of charm spells.
Yeah, exactly. So it kind of ties in well with the abilities that you get later on. You also get Beguiling, seduction. So this one's kind of a little bit more different, not so much the puppy love thing. But for this one, as an action, choose a creature that you see within 60 feet. The creature must make a wisdom save unless it's immune to being charmed. On a failed save,
undead. You can't.
Right, yeah. So you can't do this to undead, unfortunately. But to everyone else, if they fail to save, the creature is charmed for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. While it's charmed, the creature's speed is 0, and it can't benefit any bonuses to speed, and it can't target any of your allies. And then the flip side of the coin, on a successful save, the creature has disadvantage on all perception checks that do not target you. Again, kind of cool because the way that Paladins are built is that they're there to take the aggro and absorb. And, this kind of does that with its own whole romantic love flavor taste.
See, and I like that because it's the idea that this monster can't look away from you.
Right. It's
That's
so
why it has disadvantage on things other than you.
Exactly. And mechanically wise, it's actually not... it's very well balanced, if anything, because you can't really abuse this. It's a nice tool that you can use during combat to give your allies a chance to coordinate and get out of there, whatever you need them to do.
Right. Now, like we said, they do have a couple of different spells on that. Color Spray, Charm Person, Calm Emotions, Warding Bond, Tongues, Hypnotic... It's weird they have tongues.
Yeah, especially out of context.
With all the kissing, I don't know if tongues really works, but I get what you were going for there. Dream, Dominate Person, that's a little bit more than that. But this one, I think I experienced this once.
Oh, that's not good. Did you fail or succeed at the save?
Wait a minute, which is... I think I failed.
Okay, well, basically at level 7, you gain the ability called Lips of Rapture. So you actually do have to go kiss someone. And then for 1 minute, the person that you kissed gets a 1d4 bonus to attacks, damage, ability checks, and saving throws. And it suspends, not removes, very important to note, it suspends the effects of exhaustion, intoxication, and poison, which come back after the minute of when this effect ends.
But Tony and Sean, isn't that overpowered? How could anybody at level 7 do that to somebody? Well, Sean, explain.
Well, and it's good that you bring that up because when I first read it, I had to do a double take. I was like, wait, what? At level 7 you can do this? One thing to note is that, again, it doesn't completely take away any of those afflictions.
And they do come back.
Yeah. If whether or not the effect ends or something removes the effect, they're still going to be poisoned or exhausted or whatever it is they're going to be. And the big thing about this one is if they fail the charisma save that they have to take once you actually give them the kiss, they become incapacitated until the next turn. So they don't get any of the nice stuff. They just end up being completely infatuated for a whole 6 seconds.
See, and that's the thing. So instead of it being, because you're talking about that minute, right? It's a minute on the whole thing, and then that first round, the first 6 seconds of it, they're incapacitated if they fail.
Right. So it's kind of interesting because you could use this on an ally, obviously, but if they fail, that kind of sucks. Inversely, if you for some reason wanted to use this on an enemy, you can incapacitate them for a whole turn and kind of like.
See, and it's interesting because it's charisma save. Right. So with your channel divinity,
exactly,
you can make them have disadvantage.
You're already imposing that kind of effect on them. So the Lips of Rapture. At first, I thought it was a pure buffing thing, but it's actually kind of both. You can use it to buff or cripple whatever it is you're targeting. So it's kind of cool.
I have on occasion gone weak in the knees from some Lips of Rapture.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah. But then there are other times that I feel like I'm walking on air.
Like the next ability that you get at level 15.
Yes.
So at level 15, essentially, you get to just hover just a couple inches off the ground. Mm-hmm. But the most important thing is that you don't trigger pressure plates. You can cross liquid surfaces. And the big thing I think that's really cool with this is that you can always hover down to the ground if you're falling, like as if you were casting Featherfall.
Right. So it's just kind of an added little bonus with it. And I think the idea of walking on air is pretty good for a love paladin.
Yeah, exactly. And I think at level 15, I think this is actually a fine ability to have. At level 15, even if you take a bad tumble, usually doesn't hurt that bad. So kind of having this is not.
Well, this one will tumble for you. The last one on here, which is also a really good one. Now, remember, this is 20th level, so this is the end
game. Yeah,
this is the end game.
To be honest, I'm surprised that you don't sprout wings at this ability. But at level 20, you gain the ability called Heaven on Earth. So you can use your action, and it gives you the following benefits for 1 minute. You can use the spell Command at 3rd level without expending any spell slots as a bonus action
on each of your turns,
which is awesome. Enemy creatures within 10 feet of you have disadvantage on all charisma saving throws from only yourself,
which is a paladin thing to do with the auras and that.
Right,
kind of
now
thing.
It's kind of like a more aggressive aura, if anything,
and it gets more paladin-y. Paladin-y, is that a word?
Paladin-esque-ish.
Paladin-esque, yeah. On this last trait, which I know you really like too.
Right, so if an enemy within 30 feet of you attempts to attack or cast a harmful spell, you may spend your reaction to make them do a Wisdom saving throw. If they fail, they must target you with whatever it is they're doing, or they lose the attack or spell completely. You can't redirect this with area effect spells or melee attacks that aren't in range. But the cool thing is that one thing that paladins are always going to be good at is kind of being there for your friends and taking the hits. And thankfully, even at level 20, we never forget that because you get this awesome ability where you essentially can take and absorb things for your allies, which is awesome.
And it's great because especially on the idea of love. Yeah. I like that too.
Right, you're kind of passing that love to your ally by taking away your hit points. So
yeah, I see. You know what? I see great role play with this thing too.
Oh man, yeah. This one's great.
I've envisioned this as like a Valkyrie kind of fighter.
Yeah,
like that kind of thing, or a big brooding guy with a big heart on his shield. Just
I think there's just with this kind of build. I think there's so much potential for the different kind of characters you can make. You can kind of go along with it, or you can be ironic. But I think the big thing about this class in particular is it really kind of goes along with that whole theme. It's so well structured. Mm-hmm. It's structured like an actual real paladin subclass build, and it's very well balanced for what it is. And it's great.
Yeah, we absolutely love it. Again, Tricel03, thank you very much for making this class. It is a fantastic and awesome journey, and we are going to be putting in our campaigns for this coming Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Isn't that right, Sean?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
See, I got him to say it. Now you can make a character in his campaign. We know that our players watch, too. So
yeah, exactly. Cool. So I'm going to have a couple of people casting some more charm spells this weekend. So that's just how things happen, though. So
yeah, but it's homebrew, and that's what's fun about it, right?
Yeah, and that's always the best kind of content.
Yes, it is. So until next time, remember, the best campaigns are always the ones that are homebrewed. So keep brewing.